Hi guys, I'm back for another episode of Earthling Elaborates. I'm trying to think, I'm pretty sure that this is episode 13. I started this series a few months ago with the intention of connecting with you guys on a level beyond social media and just having another like visual diary in a sense, so I can look back and see, you know, what I was up to and what I've done and etc. But yeah, the main purpose is just connection and community. So I am Emily. I am an artist. I go by the artist name Earthling Emily, hence the name Earthling Elaborates. And yeah, I definitely want to do an oracle reading in today's video. I'll be using my usual deck of cards. The setup is a little bit different today because for Christmas I got a phone holder that has a ring light attached to it. It's like specifically made for content. So I'm able to like have the phone propped up exactly where I want it and have nice lighting. So this is my first video using it. Actually my second, but the first one has not been released yet, but it will be soon. But yeah, as far as updates for me, we are just now starting to get out of the Christmas paradigm. I've just been really heavily relaxing and honestly just being really lazy. I haven't been pushing myself to do a whole lot lately. I have been doing, you know, art here and there. I can never like not be doing art, but I haven't been like grinding as hard as I usually am, and I haven't been, let's see, it's December. I think I only did like 1 or 2 events this month, so it was also a pretty slow month as far as events and bending. But yeah, I've been really enjoying relaxing and resetting. I'm the type of person who doesn't always feel very settled unless I'm accomplishing things, and when I'm not accomplishing things, I tend to feel insecure, and I get really existential sometimes because with this experience being temporary and this experience being life, I feel this really deep pull to be making the most out of my time here. And when I spend a whole day like rotting on my phone in bed, sometimes I feel really guilty about that, but I also, and I don't necessarily think that like rotting on your phone is healthy, but I do think that rotting and hibernating is really natural, especially during winter, which in my part of the world it is winter right now. It's very cold, and it is just that time where I feel more of a pull to be inside and cooped up in a safe, warm little, you know, habitat, not really going out as much and like interacting with the world. And with that definitely comes a big sense of internal reflection, which I had talked about in my previous video. There is definitely this sense of pressure that comes with the new year, so I definitely am planting seeds of, you know, reflecting on things and deciding like how I want to rewrite my story for 2026, what chapters I want to add, and maybe some things that I want to, you know, cut out. But I'm trying to not make it like a super pressured thing, because traditionally I believe that the springtime, the turning of winter into spring is more so the new year. That's when things are really starting to transform from that hibernation period into the planting of seeds and the, you know, sprouting of new things. So I think it's important to just take the winter for what it is. It's a time for rest. It's a time for internal pondering and reflection. It's a time for just resetting, in a way. And I think when it starts to get closer to the spring equinox, the push to like really set things in and create new standards is going to, you know, kick in more so than during this winter time and like on January 1st, you know? So I'm looking forward to a really nice winter season, and I enjoy rain, I enjoy snow, I enjoy being inside. So I'm looking forward to it, and I've been having a really nice time just resetting and relaxing. The moon is about halfway full. It is in my clear shot out the window. So we're almost to full, which is exciting. I just was posting on my Instagram earlier that I want to get back into doing mini full moon paintings and auctioning them off. I did that earlier this year, and then I kind of fell off of it, but I really enjoy it. I would just take like a mini canvas, something like this size or a little bit bigger even, and I would just sit, you know, with the full moon of that month and paint something that just was channeling from, you know, that moon's energy, and then auction it off. And they tend to be, you know, a lot cheaper because they're so small, so it's like a fun, affordable art transaction. And it's just really special to be able to channel certain energies into a painting, and then, you know, have that energy be something tangible that you can put up on your wall and, you know, reminisce and look at and whatnot. I've been doing that a lot recently with these cards. I've been pulling cards and doing paintings based on the energy of the reading, which is really cool. I've done it for somebody, and then I did a series just like not for anybody specific, but just, you know, for the sake of transferring some energy into some paintings. But I really like that process. I think it's really special, and I think for customs and commissions and specific, it's something that I want to carry forward, is doing an energy, you know, cleanse and an oracle reading, and just making the whole process of the painting very, very spiritual and very personalized, and sacred for that specific person, which I do, you know, I do that anyways. I would say like all of my all of my works are, you know, spiritual and sacred, but just as far as like an actual like ritual of pulling cards, transferring that energy, like I really enjoy that, so I want to do more of those. If you're interested in getting a custom piece from me based off of a personalized oracle reading, let me know. I would love to take on some projects come January. I don't know why I had an accent with that, but anywho, I guess that there is one more update. My updates always like go off on tangents, I know. My first event of the new year in January is going to be the Fairy Fair at the Potentialist Workshop in Reno, Nevada. I went to this event for the first time this year, and I was so stoked about it. I was so blown away at how freaking cool the space was and how cute and wholesome and amazing the energy of the event was. It's literally like based on fairies, and everyone's dressed up as fairies, and I was just like, I told my boyfriend, I was like, I have to be a part of this, like the next event, I have to be. This is so up my alley, you know? So I applied and I got in, so I'm gonna be doing that. I haven't posted the flyer yet, but I will be posting it on my socials, because I was gonna tell you the date, but I can't quite remember. I'm pretty sure that it's the 30th of January, but once again, just if you don't follow me on social media already, then go ahead and do that, and I will be posting the flyer soon, so you can save the details if you are local. But yeah, I'm excited for that to be the first event that I kick off with. I am really excited to like just make a bunch of fairy inspired art. I mean, I honestly feel like a majority of my art could be considered like fae inspired, but I want to do a lot of like actual like fairy paintings. Like this one, for example, will be a part of a series that will be up for sale for that fair. I love doing tiny little fairies. It's one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, I think that that's just about all the updates. I have applied for quite a few festivals for next year to live paint at, so I'm looking forward to seeing what comes about. This year was like 2024 is what kind of started this whole whirlwind of like pushing me in the direction that I wanted and needed to go in, and 2025 was like full of a bunch of lessons, and like I did so much this year, and I have learned so much. Like looking back at the way that my tables looked during the beginning of the year when I was vending compared to now is crazy. Like it's so much different. I've seriously learned so much and gained so much insight and knowledge, and I'm so freaking thankful for where I'm at, and I'm also like equally as excited and stoked about the fact that the best is yet to come, and there is so much more in store. So I'm looking forward to seeing what, you know, comes into fruition this next year, because some of the things that happened this year I could have never in my wildest dreams thought would happen, you know, the opportunities. So I can only imagine like what's in store, and I'm just so excited about it. I'm really hoping that I can get into some new festivals that I haven't done before, which there's a lot. I've only ever done 2 festivals as far as like painting and vending, so Yeah, the pages are very open, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes about. But anyway, I've shuffled these cards quite a few times, but I'm going to go ahead and give them a couple more shuffles, and then we'll get into the reading. And I'm going to tilt this down a little bit so you can see the cards better. I want to open up this reading and set the intention. This reading in specific is really special because of the fact that it is, you know, about to be the American traditional New Year. So, you know, with that coming about, I do want to set the intention for this reading to be based on what Divine wants us to keep in mind or know about this coming year. I want to see what comes out. I want to set the intention of, like, what should we be prioritizing presently and in preparation for the new year, and maybe, you know, if there's anything that we need to let go of or anything that we need to implement. I just want to open that up to Divine and the cards and just see what comes up. So let's go ahead and do one last shuffle, and I just ask that if you do want to take part in this reading, you connect with the cards in whatever way that means to you. And if you have any specific intentions or questions or anything, feel free to take this moment to think about those things, say them out loud if you feel called to, or just in your head, whatever you're feeling. I just want to give you the opportunity to connect and set your intentions. So I'm going to let you do that for a moment while I take some sips of coffee. Also, if you haven't seen him already, he's kind of like side-eyeing you. This is my son and my manager and my assistant all in one. This is Bobby McGee Jr. I found him at a thrift store, and I was gonna leave him, and then I just couldn't, because I was like, this guy can literally hang out with me while I live paint. And my friends and I tatted him up a bit, and he actually did this blue eyeshadow deal to himself. I pulled him out of my paint bag, and he just had that mark on him. So yeah, I have grown to really love him, and I'm gonna cherish him forever. So I wanted to introduce you guys if you haven't met already through Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Okay, so I'm also going to set my intentions right now. I'm just going to take a few deep breaths so I'm present. My heart is kind of racing from all of the caffeine that I've been consuming, so I'm just going to take a moment to be present. And if you feel called to take some deep breaths as well, then absolutely do so in whatever rhythm is best for you. Definitely feeling the energy of this half moon that I'm looking at, and that's looking at me through the window. So that's really magical and special as well. I think that that will influence the reading in some way. Maybe a sense of duality, you know, half full, half not full type of vibe. Alright, so let's see what comes out with the intention of this new year ahead and the present moment as well. For all that are watching and the collective in general. Sauce. My cat just jumped up on the windowsill. I don't want him to knock over all these. There you go, buddy. Alright, let's see here. Usually I do at least 3 cards, so I'm just seeing if anything else wants to come out. It seems like, okay, I was gonna say this reading in general, it seems like the cards are taking longer to come out than usual. But now we have 3, so I'm gonna go ahead and just see if there are any last, okay, 2 more. I was gonna say any last messages that want to come out. So we have quite the spread today. Usually I cut it off at like 4 cards, but today we have 5. And I decided to wait to reveal them until this moment. So let's see what we got. Okay. Self-reliance is our first card. I personally am really connected to this card because I am a Virgo, and she actually has this little arm cuff with the Virgo symbol on it. So I personally resonate with this card a lot. See if there's any. I would assume that this is the Virgo constellation, but I'm not actually 100% sure. If you happen to know what this constellation is, then leave it in the comments. I love this card so much. It's so beautiful. The art for these cards is done by Josephine Wall. She is absolutely amazing. One of my biggest inspirations artistically. Her work is just, as you can see, so hyper detailed, but yet so flowy as well. So this is our first. Next, we have the moving forward card. This definitely feels super wintry. I mean, we've got all the snowflakes, the polar bear, just this ice queen figure. This feels super on par to a new year, new start vibe, but also the fact that we're presently in winter solstice. This is very, very aligned. Alright, and then we have the Angel of Miracles card. This card has come up quite a few times the past few months for me, and others that I've done readings for. We definitely always could use some more miracles. Miracles are happening every day, sometimes in ways that we don't even view as miracles in the moment, and then later we look back and we're like, oh yeah, that was a miracle, because if that hadn't have happened, I wouldn't have done this or been here, or, you know. So we love some miracles going on. Then we have the Legends card. This card is also a pretty frequent pull for me. I really love this one. I love the little fiery salamander friend, and then just got this really laid back, relaxed, beautiful water goddess, and then this really cute little like gnome guy, and he's holding, what is that he's holding? Looks like maybe just some sort of crystal. Okay, and hey, stop scratching that. Card is the New Beginnings card. We have the Phoenix. This is so amazing. This is such an amazing reading with the intentions of like the new year and everything like that. This is so freaking cool. Okay, so let's break this down. I'm going to read all of the descriptions. Sorry, I keep on like looking back and forth. It's like I have to choose whether to look at myself or look at the camera. So I'm trying to figure that out. But anyway, I'm gonna read all of the writings for these cards, and then we will do a little like summary and pull everything together at the end. So the first card that we're gonna be reading is the Self-Reliance card. So, Self-Reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. You have the courage and fortitude to lovingly assert yourself and your point of view. By doing so, you gain respect and support from your friends, family, and colleagues. It takes boldness and integrity to stand up for yourself and to be counted, especially when no one else is supporting you. Trust yourself and value your own opinions and judgment. Flying solo is a challenge that takes courage and confidence. It is your road to freedom. Become lion-hearted and know that your best protection is your own spine. And the mantra for this one is, if it is to be, it is up to me, which is a quote from Johnson William. So, yeah, I think that, you know what, actually I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to say what I think until we get a little bit farther in the reading. So let's move on to our next card, which is the Moving Forward card. Moving forward. Get ready for positive change. We love that. Situations and events of the past are clearing and making way for positive changes. Turn the negative experiences into a positive and more rewarding future. You have the resources and ability to move forward now. Take a leap of faith, knowing that the angels will open doors for you and present a clearer and smoother road ahead. Don't let fear or stagnation hold you back. So, I love that it said to take a leap of faith, knowing that the angels will open doors for you and present a clearer and smoother road ahead. And the next card that we got is the Angels of Miracles card. So there is definitely this sense of if you are able to, you know, let go of any fear or doubt or insecurity and forge your own path and be independent and not be afraid to, you know, have to, you know, stand up for yourself and what you want, that you, and move forward as well, that you are able to receive some really amazing miracles. It's almost, I'm definitely like hearing the word reward. It's like it seems like there's something that you have wanted or known for a long time, and this same narrative has come up in multiple readings now, but it feels like we are now at the brink where things cannot keep being the same, and we cannot keep getting away with it. We can't keep getting away with not chasing our dreams, with not believing in ourselves, with not doing the things that we want to do, whether how many people support us or whether we're just doing it by ourselves. It seems like we're at a point where we can't make any excuses anymore. The path is cleared and ready for us to walk down it. It's ready for us to take the steps and take the initiation and initiative to be able to just do what we need to do. And then that proceeds into the next card, which is the Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Angels shine a divine light of intelligence made of the highest and purest of the Holy Spirit. Angels bestow gifts and miracles upon you, appearing in many forms: a bird, a butterfly, an animal, or the brightest and only flower in blossom. When coincidences, synchronicities, and miracles start to happen in your life, you know that the angels are with you. The angels also assist and guide you during life changes or challenges, comforting you to the next stage of your journey. Anything is possible with angels, so you can expect a positive outcome knowing the angels have heard your prayers. And the mantra is, I believe in miracles. And we do. So there's some sort of positive change that's brewing. It doesn't have to be as overwhelming as to say like every single part of our lives is going to change for the better, but you can count on at least one significant thing that is going to be changing, because the path is already laid out, like the cards are saying, and the moving forward was talking about a positive change that is coming and ready for you, and this Angel of Miracles just assured that and said, yes, you have a miracle or miracles coming your way. It's time for a positive change. This is something that has to do with the purest and highest good of yourself and whatever, spirit you believe in. I say divine, that's my version of God. But I love that so much. And this next one I feel like is really, really important in this whole thing. And honestly, like the energy that I've been getting from this new year of 2026, I feel like it's very much community, very much collaboration, very much connecting with others. And that's where this Legends card comes in. So this one says, learn from those who inspire you. You have the opportunity to rise to great heights. Listen, learn, and gain insights from those whose path you wish to follow. Gather information and do some research into your legend. Learn what is best for you right now to follow your dreams. Folk tales describe how the main personality in a legend copes with the events of everyday life. Deep within the tales is a lesson to pass on to you. The story may be of miracles. Miracles, man, miracles are coming up so much. Spiritual courage, or even fairy tales. True legends, such as Joan of Arc or Nelson Mandela, courageously took on battles to overcome obstacles and persevered to meet triumph and victory. The mantra is, I gather inspiration, strength, and insight from true legends. Yes, I feel like this is a really good tie-in to everything else. I also like the kind of like contradiction in a way of this self-reliance card, Fly Solo, And then this Legends, which is, you know, to be inspired by others whose path you wish to follow, or, you know, are just inspired by. You don't necessarily have to follow someone else's path, but I think that these two cards coming up in the same reading is a really good indication of the fact that there is this sacred balance between being yourself and being a really independent, unique person who has their own path and does what they want to do and follows their dreams, but that's also balanced with, you know, being inspired by others and giving praise and, you know, encouragement to people who inspire you and whose lives like spark this light of like community. You know, like sometimes you just meet people or you see people on the internet and you're like, wow, like parts of their being and their life like I really deeply resonate with, even though I barely know them. Or like maybe you do have some really close people to you who really inspire you and make you want to become the best version of yourself, and not necessarily like follow their path to the T, but like pick and choose some things that you're like, yeah, I really want to adopt that, you know, aspect of life, or adopt that habit, or, you know, just flat out building community and being inspired by others. I think it's a balance, especially as a creative. Like, it's super important to be unique and to make sure that you're being authentic to who you are. But I think that with any good artist and creative of any kind, there also is always going to be this sense of, oh, well, I was really heavily inspired by this person, or this person's, you know, art, whatever it is, really inspired me to like dive deeper into my own path of art, or whatever it may be, you know. So let's go ahead and finish this off with our last card, and then we can kind of put everything together, so to speak. So our last card is the New Beginnings card, which is like, makes me so happy, because we're literally on the precipice of a whole new chapter of our lives, collectively and individually. So getting this Phoenix New Beginnings card is really, really special. This card says, begin your new life. New beginnings burst with assertive confidence and excitement, marking the start of a new direction full of adventure. You are in a good position to use your abilities and desires to reach your full potential. You are being guided to act now and use this creative energy, enthusiasm to get this project successfully underway. You are being driven by a creative force. And the mantra is, I am excited and ready for a new beginning. I feel like we should all, if you feel inclined, write that mantra somewhere. Personally, I actually use paint pens, and I will write mantras on my mirror, all of the mirrors around my house, so I probably will do that. I might also put it in a dream journal or something, but yeah, that mantra is super, super relevant right now. I'll repeat it a couple times. I am excited and ready for a new beginning. I am excited and ready for a new beginning. And then the little mantra on the bottom of the card is, begin your new life, which is just so powerful. And this card is so powerful. You can like feel it. Wow. Yeah, so looking at this, like from the perspective of it being down, you know, on a flat surface, we've got this self-reliance goddess who is looking at the moving forward card. So don't be afraid to fly solo. Get ready for positive change. So I feel like there is definitely a message coming through of being ready to break some sort of shackle, some sort of pattern or cycle that we've been in for a while. Pushing the boundaries of our being, not being afraid of being ourselves, and creating a path that hasn't been created, and knowing that we're capable of that, and that we're capable of fulfilling the dreams that we have for ourselves, and moving forward, because there are aspects of following your dreams and being yourself authentically that can be dreary and painful at times and hard to deal with and cope with, whether it's just feedback from yourself or feedback from people around you. But you're being invited to really go for it right now, because there's a path that is open for you, and you are ready to align with your highest self and make these changes and move forward. And not just any changes, but positive changes. And when you do open yourself up enough to do that and go after these dreams and be yourself authentically, you're going to be met with some really amazing opportunities and miracles, synchronicities, alignments, things that are going to get you exactly where you want and need to be. And along the way, it is really important to be inspired by others and, be a part of a community, whether it's, a community that supports your artistic endeavors, or a community that inspires your lifestyle, personal endeavors, or both. But it's important to understand that there is support out there, and community, and connection, it's really important. And with all of this being said, with this path being laid out for us to be able to move forward, chase our dreams, fulfill our own personal prophecies, this is just all a part of this new beginning that we are about to embark on. It's really potent, it's really personalized, but it also, I really do feel it has a lot to do with community, a lot to do with connection, a lot to do with finding like-minded people and truly building something beautiful. But taking our first and last card together, the self-reliance and the new beginnings, I think that there's just this really beautiful new chapter unfolding for us. We're all going to have a way easier time, doing the things that we've always wanted to do. It's pretty evident that the angels, God, the divine, whatever, the universe, is really making sure that you have a path and an avenue and an ability to do the things that you've always wanted to do, which is really exciting. What a special reading for this specific time. The moving forward and the Angel of Miracles card definitely go together quite a bit. They are moving in the direction, they're colliding into each other. I think that a big part of receiving positive change and miracles and alignment and synchronicity is opening your heart up enough and being vulnerable enough to experience things like that, which sometimes can be scary and painful and, you know, fear-based, going into the unknown, you know, but it's almost like cracking open. I'm hearing cracking open. Cracking open and spilling out, like just being so open and vulnerable and trusting of yourself in this path that you're on. Because the more that you open up, the more you're going to be able to receive those good things that you need so badly and want so badly. Wow. I am going to take a photo of this card spread, and if you would like me to send it to you so you can dive deeper into it, or, you know, just use it for reference or whatever, or journal about it, feel free to comment and I will send you a photo or message me on social media. I'm super thankful to be here with you guys. I'm really thankful to have just held this space. I feel like that was really potent and like super aligned to what's going on right now and the time frame that we're in. I would love to hear any, you know, any comments that you have about the reading, anything that you resonate with, anything that stuck out, any imagery that like specifically spoke to you, or any phrases that I used that maybe like made you think of something. Yeah, I think that that's all that I really have for today's video. That felt like really powerful. My voice is kind of like giving out a little bit, but yeah, if you don't already, you can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, obviously I'm here on YouTube. I post shorts on here as well. I post these videos, the Earthling Elaborates videos, every other Sunday, and occasionally I post more videos in between that span of time. You can check out my online store for more information about me, and if you are interested in buying any art from me or connecting with me about custom items or commissions or anything like that, you can check out that link in my bio as well. I hope that you all are having a beautiful, beautiful day, night, whatever time zone you're in. I hope that you are enjoying this moment, and I hope that you are taking plenty of time to rest and nourish yourself physically and mentally and spiritually during this winter season. If you're not in the winter season, it still applies. I hope that you're taking care of yourself, and I will be seeing you guys 2 weeks from now on Sunday for another video. So, bye.